This video is best viewed in higher definition. To enable, click the Settings button at the bottom of the page, just here. Then click the drop-down box under Quality, and then select the highest definition offered, in this case 720 HD. Enjoy the video. So in this video I'm going to show you how to set up MT4 for effective backtesting. Can I firstly say I'm no expert in this subject, and I welcome any input that can help improve or streamline things. All I'm doing here is sharing information that I've gleaned from various sources online, which now allows me to perform backtests over significant periods of time, and importantly, all with a modelling quality of at least 90%. Now, before embarking on the process described in this video, please ensure you have done the following. Firstly, downloaded historical 1-minute data for the relevant currency pair from your preferred third-party supplier. Also know the broker time used in the collection of this data, be it GMT, GMT +1, GMT -5, etc. Ensure the data is in one of the following formats: .csv, .prn, .txt, .htm or .hst. Alternatively, use the Euro-USD data that I have supplied as a free download with DTFL Pro. This is GMT data. Finally, make note of the destination folder where you have downloaded your historical data. Okay, hopefully you've got all that done. If not, you've obviously gone away and come back. So before we start, let's give you a little bit of background. Generally, your broker provides a limited amount of historical data for your charting purposes. For some brokers, this can be as little as 14 days of data. This is automatically updated when you launch MT4. So what do you do if you want to run a backtest outside of the date ranges offered by your broker? Well, without getting some additional data, basically you can't. So where can you get this data? The first and easiest option is to go to the History Center within MT4 and directly download data from there. However, this data is notoriously unreliable and gives very low modelling quality, often below 25%. Also, because it's downloaded from MetaQuotes and not your broker, at some point it is more or less inevitable that you will get mismatched data errors that will either interrupt or completely prevent your backtest running altogether. So the second and really the only option is to import reliable historical data from a third-party supplier. The quality of this data and how fast it will allow you to run your backtest on MT4 varies considerably. There are some free resources that provide adequate quality and speed. However, so that you can set up backtesting immediately, I've shared the Euro-USD 1-minute data I've been using for backtesting. This runs from the 2nd of January 2001 to 30th of January 2015. This is medium quality data, but it does run very fast. What I'll do in this video is show the process of installing and setting up this Euro-USD data within MT4. It is exactly the same process to follow should you wish to download data from another currency pair or source. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is open MT4. As you can see, I've got my FQ Securities demo account opened. First thing we're going to do is close any open charts. So just got here, close this chart and that chart. So there's now no charts open. Next, go to File, Open Data folder, look for the History folder, which is here. Double click that. Then look for your demo account. Double click that. And it should open up this folder here, which contains all the HST files. Now this is where all the historical data is stored. This is for 1 minute data, 5 minute data, 15 minute data, 30 minute data, 60 minute data, 4-hour data, daily data, weekly data, monthly data. That's what these are. And it's for each different currency pair. So what we're interested in is the Euro USD. So I'm going to create a new folder. I'm just going to name this old HST files from, and let's put today's date, 13th of March. 13th March 2015. So create that folder, and I'm going to select all of the HST files with Euro USD, all of them, this one there. So all the Euro USD HST files, I've selected all of them. I'm going to pick them up and drop them into this folder here. So now if we scroll right the way through here, there is the only HST files left are the pound dollar ones. There's nothing there for Euro USD. I'll show you these are. They're all in here. So they're safely put away. If you want to revert to them and use them at a later stage, you can go back to them. So now we've done that, we're now going to close this file. So now we're going to go to File, log into Trade Account, click that once, and this box appears. Now login is already highlighted. If it isn't, click into the box that is highlighted. I just want you to type 111 in that area and then select login. Now you may well get that boinging sound, and if you look at the bottom corner, you'll get no connection and then invalid account coming up, which is fine. That's what we want. That's no problem whatsoever. What we're going to do now is close MT4. So now we're going to reopen MT4, and this box will come up. I don't want you to log in, so leave that box for now. On the bottom right hand corner, you'll see no connection, and at the top here, you see it's logged back into 111. We don't want to log in here. We want to push cancel. So what we're going to do now is just check to make sure there's no HST Euro USD files in the history folder. So open up data folder, click once there, go to the history folder, the demo count, and let's have a look down here. So we can see there's all the GB ones still there. And just scroll up and down. Yeah, so there's no Euro USD. If there is Euro USD here, then put them into another folder, close down and repeat the process, exit MT4, come back in and check back here again. Most of the time there will not be any there. So let's close this file. So the next thing we're going to do is go to Tools, Options, select Charts, and where it says Maximum Bars in History and Maximum Bars in Chart, click in Maximum Bars in History and just type 99999, many nines as you can get in. Then in Maximum Bars in Chart, type 99999. Once you've done that, press OK. So the reason we've done that is so we can download a very large amount of data into the History Center of MT4. And that's where we're going to go next. You can either press the hotkey F2, or if you go up to Tools, History Center, you may get this here, looking like that. Then you just have to open it up. You get all the different currency pairs which are available via your broker. We're going to find the Euro USD, which is one we're interested in. Open that up, and then we're going to highlight the 1 minute time frame. So just click in 1 minute time frame. This should be empty because we haven't got anything downloaded there at the moment. So what we're going to do now is select the import button, which is the second from the right at the bottom of the page here. Click it once. Now, dependent on what you've used the History Center for before, there may be some delay in the next window appearing. If you've not used it before, then this area will be blank. If you have imported previous data, then the previous import will be showed here. So what we're going to do now, we've got this new import window opened. This is where we can make allowances for any differences in times between the broker times used in the collection of this historical data and the broker times used on your charts. If you remember, I said at the start of this process, you would need to know this information. So what we're looking at is the broker times used in the collection of this historical data and whether that's got any difference to the actual broker times that's going to be used on your charts. Now, in my situation here, the broker times of the historical data is GMT plus 0. And also, the broker times of my charts are also GMT plus 0. So I don't need to make any amendments or adjustments here. For those of you who do, we use the Shift Hours feature here and the drop-down box, which is available that you can see now. So how would you use this feature? Well, let's assume if you're using data, say, from a GMT broker, and your broker chart times are GMT plus 2, then you would select 2 from this drop-down box. So all times from the historical data would then be shifted forward by plus 2 hours. Let's take another example. Let's say you're using historical data from a GMT plus 2 broker. And let's say your broker chart times are GMT minus 5. Then what you need to do is select minus 7 from this drop-down box. So therefore all times in the downloaded historical data will be shifted back by 7 hours. The difference between GMT plus 2 and GMT minus 5. The times will be shifted back 7 hours. Let's take one further example. Let's say you're using historical data from a GMT minus 5 broker. And let's assume your broker chart times are GMT plus 2. Then in this situation, you would select plus 7 from the Shift Hours drop-down box. And that would mean that all times from the historical data will then be shifted forward plus 7 hours. So the historical data at minus 5 GMT would be shifted forward and appear on your chart at GMT plus 2, which coincides with the times of your broker chart. But as I say, luckily here I haven't got to do that, so I'm just leaving it at 0. So the next thing we're going to do is select Browse and find the destination folder for your downloaded data. Again, if you've got stuff here already, which I have in this case, there may be a slight delay while it finds it, but there's a lot of data there. It's actually opened up in exactly the right place for me. So this is why I say that under my documents, historical data, the Euro USD data from 2001 to the 30th of January 2015, and here it is. As you can see, it's quite a large file, 258 megabytes of information, and it is a .txt file, a text document. So I'm going to select that and double click it. Again, this is now downloading 250 megabytes of information, so there will be some delay. Now that's downloaded it quite quickly, as you can see there. We go up to there and just you can see it's downloaded it. There it is. And sometimes there might be quite some delay while it downloads that, and you'll get the little whirring circle while it's delaying. But if you just keep an eye out there, you'll see when it's downloaded. So now we've got that information. You can see here it's from the 30th of the 1st, 2015, and it goes all the way back to the 2nd of the 1st, 2001. So we're going to press OK. Yeah, we want to import that data. There it's done. It's imported it all into History Center, and you'll notice here that the 1 minute folder has now gone coloured, showing it's got information within it. Now we're going to close History Center, And we're then going to go to File, New Chart, select Euro USD, and click the M1 or 1 minute time frame. And we're just going to check that the information we've just downloaded has actually successfully been loaded into History Center. So if you click on the chart, then you press Home. When you press Home, if you look at the bottom here, it goes to 2nd of January 2001. And then if you push End, it will go to the 30th of January 2015. So now we know we've successfully downloaded the 1 minute data. We're going to populate this downloaded historical data into the other time frames. How we do this is we go to Navigator, then we go down to Scripts, open that up, and we find something called Period Converter. Now you can either drag Period Converter onto the chart, and what I'm going to do is double click it. This box then appears, and it tells us, well, where do we want to multiply our 1 minute data into? So the first time frame we want to put it into is the 5 minutes. So that is 5 times 1. So we put a 5 in there. Enter, and we're going to press OK. Then we're going to go back to Period Converter just after a couple of seconds. Double click again. It says, do we want to stop the Period Converter working? Yes. It would already done the process we want, so yes. Comes up again with the same time. This time we're going to put in 15 minutes. So we double click there, put in 15 minutes. Enter. OK. We're going to double click again on the Period Converter. Yes, we do want to stop it. Comes up again. We're going to do the 30 minutes. So let's double click in there. Type 30. Enter. Press OK. Go to Period Converter again. Yes, we do want to stop it. Now we're going to go to the hourly, which is 60 minutes. 60. Enter. OK. We're going to go to the back to Period Converter, double click it. Yes, we do want to stop it. The next one is the 4 hourly, which is 240 minutes. 240. Enter. Then press OK. Then we're going back to Period Converter, double click. Yes, we do want to stop it. And for the daily, we're going to put in there the minutes for the daily is 1440 minutes, and enter, and OK. Double click again. Yes, we do want to stop it. Now we're going to go for the weekly one. So weekly minutes is 10080. 10080. Enter. OK. And then lastly, go to Period Converter, stop it, yes. And the monthly is the minutes 43200. Enter. OK. So that's now populated all the 1 minute historical data to all of these time frames. So we're going to close Navigator, then close MT4, then reopen MT4. But this time what we're going to do is we're going to open up our original demo account. So we will log in. If you didn't have save account information, you're going to put in your login number and your password. Log in. You hear that nice noise to show it's gone back online. Down at the bottom right here you can see the numbers ticking up, so that means it's all live. And we're now just going to check to make sure everything is as it should be. So let's see if all this data has been downloaded into the various time frames. So we're on the M1 time frame. If we press home, it goes back to 2001, and then end, it comes up to the current date, 13th of March. So what's happened when we've reopened the demo account, your broker has added in the recent historical data. So I've paused the video here because I don't need to physically show you how to check each individual time frame. All you need to do is repeat the same steps that I've just done with the 1 minute time frame. So select the relevant time frame you want to check. Select the home key from your keyboard, and this should take you back to January 2001. Then press the end key on your keyboard and the chart should jump to the current day. So I'll assume you've checked all the time frames and you've confirmed you've successfully downloaded all the data onto your charts. Now there are a couple of other housekeeping steps that we should take before the process is complete. Firstly, let's go to Tools, Options, and again select the Expert Advisors tab. And you'll probably notice that MT4 has automatically deselected the Allow Automated Trading option here. This is a safety feature built into MT4. If we take a quick look at the two greyed out areas here, which you'll notice by default they're both ticked. The first one reads Disable Automated Trading when the account has been changed. The second, Disable Automated Trading when the profile has been changed. So if these boxes are ticked, if either of these events occur, then MT4 will automatically untick this box, and that will stop automated trading taking place. So DTFL Pro would not work. So what we need to do is retick and apply OK. As a point of interest, if you ever get in the top right hand corner here the non-smiley face with DTFL Pro, you get a little sad face in the top right hand corner. The first thing to check is to go to Tools, Options, Expert Advisors and see if this has been unchecked. Then recheck it, close MT4, reopen, and you'll probably find the smiley face will come back. That little bit of information might be very useful. The other bit of housekeeping I want to do is just go back to our history folder and see if all the Euro USD HST files have been successfully downloaded. So let's go to File, Open Data folder, double click the history folder, double click your demo account, and there we'll see, there we are, there's the old file we created, and here's all the new Euro USD files for the 1 minute, 5, 15, 30, 60, 4 hour, daily, weekly and monthly. They're all there. So close that down. So all we need to do now is close MT4, reopen MT4, and then all the historical data will be there ready for your back test. And in the next video, I'll show you how to complete the setup of DTFL Pro for effective backtesting. Thanks for watching.